Broken before the first battle, Calafiori's Arsenal dream crushed by cruel setback. Welcome to Football Focus. Hope you're all having a great day. Before we kick off, if you love football, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let's dive in. Mikel Arteta's latest press briefing has cast a fresh shadow over Arsenal's pre-season optimism, with news emerging that Riccardo Calafiori, the club's marquee defensive signing, has suffered a fresh setback. Calafiori, who only recently completed his high-profile move from Bologna, has yet to kick a competitive ball for the Gunners, and fans are growing increasingly frustrated with the growing uncertainty surrounding his fitness. Arteta, addressing reporters at London Colney ahead of Arsenal's upcoming fixture, confirmed that the Italy international is dealing with a complicated situation involving his muscular recovery. The manager appeared visibly concerned, choosing his words carefully as he detailed the issues surrounding his rehabilitation program. The 22-year-old fullback, who played a pivotal role for Italy at the Euros before finalizing his transfer, had initially joined Arsenal with glowing reviews about his physical resilience and versatility. Many had anticipated Calafiori to immediately slot into Arsenal's left center-back role in Arteta's evolving 3-2-4-1 shape. However, those tactical ambitions may have to be shelved for the foreseeable future. Sources close to the club have disclosed that the injury is not just a knock, but a deeper issue linked to post-tournament fatigue combined with underlying muscle strain. Calafiori was already on a bespoke conditioning plan following his Euro 2025 campaign, but it now appears that his body is not responding as expected. Arsenal's medical staff are treading carefully, keen not to aggravate the condition further. What is particularly worrying is the language Arteta used. While the Spaniard is typically optimistic and guarded when discussing injuries, his tone this time was less assuring. "We had hoped to integrate Riccardo this week fully, but after some tests, we've seen signs that tell us to be cautious. It's disappointing for him, for us, and for what we are trying to build." This update not only delays Calafiori's much-anticipated debut, but also affects Arsenal's backline planning ahead of a demanding campaign. With Jury and Timber also on the road to recovery and Takahiro Tomiyasu's fitness record patchy, Arsenal's defensive depth could be tested earlier than expected. Calafiori's absence throws another wrench into Arteta's structural ambitions. Over the summer, Arteta and sporting director Edu were intent on transitioning Arsenal into a more fluid tactical setup, allowing the left center-back to drive forward or invert when needed. Calafiori's profile was a perfect match. His Serie A performances, characterized by controlled aggression, intelligent positioning, and incisive line-breaking passes, suggested he could be a cornerstone in Arsenal's new system. The injury setback therefore not only postpones tactical plans, but also places additional pressure on Gabriel Magalhaes to remain fit and consistent. Gabriel, though a solid figure throughout last season, struggled in some high-tempo games and is not known for the progressive passing that Calafiori specializes in. Fans have taken to social media to express their growing anxiety. One user tweeted, "It's deja vu with our signings, spend big and then injured before they start." Another fan wrote, "Calafiori is class, but this Arsenal injury curse needs to be investigated." While some criticism may seem premature, given that Calafiori is still adapting to a new league and recovering from an intense summer schedule, the broader context of Arsenal's injury history cannot be ignored. The club has dealt with repeated fitness concerns, especially in key positions over the last few seasons. From Thomas Partey's muscular issues to Emile Smith-Rowe's prolonged absences, injuries have often derailed Arsenal's title momentum. In light of this, the club is now said to be exploring short-term backup options. Sources suggest that talks are ongoing to bring a left-footed defender on a loan basis should Calafiori be ruled out for the season's opening fixtures. Internally, Jakub Kiwior is being prepared to step up, with Arteta praising the Polish international's professionalism and work ethic. Kiwior, who has played both center-back and left-back for Arsenal, may not find himself at the heart of the action much sooner than anticipated. However, questions remain whether he possesses the same on-the-ball quality and tactical intelligence as Calafiori. Arteta admitted, "We have players who can adapt, but each has a different profile. It's our job to get the best out of them." The timing of this setback is especially problematic. Arsenal are about to enter a crucial stage in their preseason, with fixtures against European giants scheduled to test their tactical and physical readiness. Calafiori's absence not only limits defensive rotations, but also reduces the variety of tactical setups Arteta can experiment with before the season opener. Behind the scenes, Edu and Arteta have remained in constant dialogue with the medical team. Reports indicate that the club may send Calafiori to a specialist in Italy to gain additional insights into the injury. This would not be the first time Arsenal have taken external measures. Martin Odegaard and Kieran Tierney were both sent to private consultants during their recovery phases in past seasons. Arteta's challenge now is multifaceted. Not only must he manage the growing expectations of a fan base hungry for silverware, but he also must balance long-term planning with short-term execution amidst squad limitations. The defensive structure was expected to be one of Arsenal's strongest areas this season. Calafiori's injury has now reopened a familiar wound: uncertainty. The Italian himself is believed to be frustrated by the development. Known for his competitive drive and work ethic, Calafiori has reportedly been pushing to return ahead of schedule. However, Arsenal's backroom staff have intervened to slow down his regimen, concerned that an early comeback could trigger a relapse. A source within the club stated, "Riccardo wants to prove himself, but it's vital we don't risk the bigger picture." This sentiment echoes Arteta's broader philosophy: no shortcuts, no panic. Despite the setback, the manager remains focused on ensuring that Calafiori returns not just quickly, but completely ready. "It's about the whole season," Arteta reiterated. "We need him at his best, not just available." The coming weeks will be crucial. Arsenal's season starts with a fierce fixture run, including matches against title challengers and Champions League rivals. Every point will matter, and every absence will be felt. For now, all eyes remain on Calafiori's condition and Arteta's response. If there is one silver lining, it is the depth of Arsenal's squad and the resilience they showed last season in the face of adversity. But with expectations sky high and margins razor thin, the Gunners cannot afford another season haunted by injuries. Whether Calafiori will emerge from this early storm stronger remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Arsenal's campaign may already be facing its first major test, and it comes not on the pitch, but in the treatment room. Thank you so much for watching our video. For all the latest football news and analysis, be sure to subscribe to the Football Focus YouTube channel and stay with us.